So I'll run you through my alarms because like I'm really passionate about this. So I actually feel like it's helped me. So five or six times a day, depending on my schedule, that alarm goes off. And it's like, am I living in my king energy? Build myself up with love because that's something that I've always struggled with. I've never felt like my big motivation growing up was like I never felt enough. I felt people trash my family a lot. And I only realized that a few years ago. And it's been something that I'm trying to change. I'm trying to change the tone. Like I am enough. Like I'm like, and it's not, what's it called? It has nothing to do with anyone else, how they feel about me. But as long as I feel enough in myself, and it's like building myself up with love. And like, I'm powerful, I'm strong. You mean I'm here. And then saying I'm an Olympic gold medalist. I say that like 5 or 10 times. And then, as I said, I picture the medal being put on my neck or the national anthem.
What can you feel? Like describe the feeling of that medal going around your neck.
Mate, honestly, it gives me tingles. Obviously, every day and how your mood is at the time plays a big role in it. But yeah, most times, man, like especially when I can see like a clear Japanese person like putting it on my neck, like that is when I know I'm feeling good. And as I said, it's not always like that. There's some days that you can't see a clear picture. Your brain's groggy. Your attention spans all over the shop. But there are those moments where you're like, oh man, this is what it's about. And there's the tingles and the adrenaline, and that's what we do for like at athletes. We want that feeling, and yeah, it's very refreshing, man. But also on the alarms, I also have 3 different alarms set. So it's like all about being in the present moment. It's just like 3 alarms go off and I have to touch something and like really feel it. And just like experience the feeling of touching. And then 5 alarms go off. And I have to like explain something in my head about something I see. So like right now outside, I see like a red car, Toyota car. It's got a green number plate. Like just like really bring myself to like the present. I like really find it valuable. So
that's awesome. And are you going to do something like that as you're walking into the ring to not get? Is there going to be crowds? I've heard mixed sort of reports.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, 50%. So
okay,
50%.
Awesome.
They only released it recently. Yeah, 50%.
Yeah, awesome. So like, are you going to be doing any of the what do they call it? Mindfulness.
The mindfulness as you walk in
on your way in, because you want to like, it's a big moment walking out like Olympic crowd,
green and gold.
Yeah. How will you be bringing yourself back in as you're walking out to the ring?
Yeah, that's massive. And that's something that I also do outside of all those alarms is just like a visualization. And just like Jess Fox, who's also on the Olympic team, absolute gem. She hit me up and we talk a bit about like growth and stuff like that. And she has a lot of visualization and she's helped me out a lot on that. And I remember listening to Lauren Burns. So Lauren Burns was a Taekwondo gold medalist in 2000, Sydney Olympics. And I remember her saying her event wasn't until later in the week. And obviously being on home soil, the dynamics of that and COVID-free, the crowd would have been mental. And she took herself to Grand Hackett or something like that to a swimming event, and she closed her eyes and just felt the crowd. It's like for her, like it like over. So it didn't.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm getting goosebumps.
Dude, it's so fresh because what you're saying is just like just focus in on that one thing. Don't let yourself get blown away by the immensity of the crowd. Don't let yourself get washed up in all the emotions. Just zone in. Own your sport,
100%.
Win your medal, come home, and then celebrate.
So she's closing
like own that
her
moment.
eyes.
Yeah, closing her eyes, and she just felt like the crowd and the energy. Just so when she actually experienced it, it wasn't like, oh, geez, this is frightening, this is overwhelming. And obviously, like when you're doing visualization in your room, like you can try your best to sort of picture that. But until you're there, you sort of don't really know. So I'm grateful. My comp is until day 3. Of the Olympics, so I have like a good day or two to sort of go to that arena and just make sure I can feel the energy of the crowd and really feel it before my moment of the time in the ring.
How many times have you walked into the ring right now in your head? How many times have you done that?
It'd be almost thousands, I reckon. Like there's been obviously like the Olympics dream started years ago, but I only qualified. I found out in February that I qualified. So that's when it sort of really started ramping up and stuff like that. And I think as well, just like not just the walk in, like you're focusing on the warm up, you're focusing on the bus trip on the way there. Everyone's wearing a mask. That's a big thing that I try and focus on. I've actually been and fought in the arena, so I can see it in my head, which is like a big advantage. So yeah, like for me, it's just everything. It's not just a walk in. It's not just a hand being raised. It's not just the podium. Like it's everything that goes into that, making weight, the weigh in, like all the things that go into fight day. I visualize that. So,
In depth.